already, and he's really kind of, he likes kids, and he wants a family, and he never had one, and is this kid a shifter, or,
Yeah.
you know.
Tommy, what is Tommy gonna do?
I think Sam's gonna go do something to Jolie. I think it's gonna come down to
It's
Sam.
either gonna be Sam doing it or Tommy.
I think it's gonna
And
be
I don't
Sam.
think it's gonna be just Jolie either.
Oh, I don't either, because Tommy didn't. We don't know that Tommy heard that story. We know Sam did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is his parents, both of them.
Yeah.
They are his parents. So.
Yes.
And in the previews, they showed once again Sam dragging that bag. Was that for this
That
week?
body bag. I don't know. Did they show that in the last preview?
I don't remember. I just keep seeing that in my head, so I don't know.
Because I was just so freaked out in the beginning when we saw that preview. I thought that was Tommy. Because we saw Sam fire the gun. And
I didn't think it was Tommy. Yeah, I never did.
Ooh, Godric's coming back tonight.
I know, but he seems like a bad Godric.
I know. We know that Godric wasn't always
Yeah, but okay.
this enlightened vampire that he
minute.
was when we saw him.
Okay, here is the deal. This is what I think is so different between the show and the book. Mm-hmm. In the book, he knew he was a vampire, but he really didn't know anything about vampires.
Right.
He knew nothing about himself, nothing at all.
Right.
He does know.
He knows things in the show because he knew that that Marnie, he said it was her, but it wasn't her. So there's some like residual memories in there from
And he knows too much
being
about
a
being a
vampire?
vampire.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's almost like his memory only goes back to a time that he was with Godric.
Something like that. I don't know. Because, I mean, how does he even remember Godric if his memory is gone? But apparently he will because, unless that's Sookie's dream and not Eric's, which I don't see. I've never dreamed that I was asleep and things were happening around me.
Oh, I have.
You've dreamed yourself asleep and things going on around you as you were asleep in the bed? And you not an active participant in what's going on?
I know I'm asleep.
Well, you know you're asleep, but do you picture yourself
I don't think it's Sookie's
asleep?
dream. I
No,
think
I
it's
think it's
Eric's
Eric's
dream. But I've dreamed that I was asleep before, yeah. And then I have to wake up. I've dreamed that I'm dreaming and I'm having a nightmare. Haven't you ever dreamed you're dreaming and having a nightmare? Don't you know? Don't you say to yourself sometimes, this isn't real, this isn't real, you gotta wake up. Oh, I do. I have nightmares though, so. But I think that is a thing with Eric, the good and bad struggle in Eric with Godric, because he loved Godric and thought Godric was the greatest ever, and Godric obviously did not think so.
Yeah.
Godric thought he had done very bad things. Eric didn't act like he did.
Well, I mean, what a human would think that was bad about Godric, Eric probably wouldn't think that was bad.
But Godric
But
believed.
Godric had become enlightened as far as his humanity and realized that some of the things he did
And he also
were bad.
took credit for all the bad things about Eric.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Jason. Okay, I'm just going to say this. I do not want to see Hoyt hurt at all. I do not want
I don't
Jessica
think
to leave Hoyt.
It's
but,
not. It's not a good idea for a shifter and vampire to be together.
No. But can you imagine how funny those two are going to be together if they end up together?
That's not going to happen.
Can you imagine how hilarious Jason and Jessica would be?
I don't. I can't even imagine it. So.
I know it's going to happen because of all the speech Pam gave about you live monogamously with a guy who's never had sex with anyone but you, and you've never had sex with anyone but him, and she laughed and thought that was so funny, and so that was all just foreshadowing. I mean, I know Jessica's going to end up with somebody else. And
well, yeah, but I just don't. I can't see her with Jason.
it would be. Well, I mean, I guess she could always glamour Hoyt to forget that he was ever with her or something. I don't know.
Yeah, her and that glamour and shit.
I don't want to see Hoyt hurt, and I love Hoyt. I do. But God, Jason and Jessica would be funny together.
Oh, they would be funny, but Jessica's not the same funny Jessica this year.
No.
They've definitely done something else to her.
Yes.
I mean, she's definitely. I'm mad at her actually at the moment. I'm very mad at her.
Well, we've been mad
She clamored him. That was bad.
Yes.
And Hoyt's mama.
Okay.
And Andy.
Oh, yeah. I miss Andy. I miss Andy.
We ain't got the same Andy.
No.
It's like everybody this year has flipped.
Yeah.
And Bill, he thinks he's the shit.
Oh, when Sookie said she thought Bill had come through for her because Eric came and told her he was leaving and she could have the house because, Sookie was lying. Ooh, Bill wanted to take credit for that. So bad, you can tell.
But we know he knew she was lying. When he walked to that door and she had that fear, we watched it again. And it was like, he knew. He knew he was there and that she was hiding him. And, that just hurts him.
The hell? He ain't got no right to be hurt.
Oh, I don't think so either, but
he
it
slept
does.
with 3 people since...
Since this season.
No, Lorena was last year.
We don't know what he's been doing all
Yeah,
year.
this is true. This is true, because if he's already slept with that other woman and Portia...
And Lorena last year.
And Lorena. That's what I'm saying. 3 people he slept with.
I
Sookie ain't never been with nobody but Bill.
I know this. I'm just saying, that was like a knife in the heart, especially Eric. In his head, he's thinking anybody but Eric. Kind of like Edwards, anybody but Jacob.
Okay, so, let's get to the big one. What do you want to happen with Sookie and Eric tonight, besides kissing and doing stuff?
Well, it's not that I want them to do stuff.
Oh, the hell.
No, I just want
Don't
her
even
to,
talk about
I want her to realize she cares for him.
Yeah.
And that he cares for her. That's what the whole... I think that on this show, in order to prove that you love somebody, you got to do something. I mean, that's the point. That. I want that to happen. I want her to realize she cares for him.
You want to see Eric naked?
No.
You said
I've seen
that
him
you
naked.
saw last week him in that water and you said, ooh, I thought he was going to come out of the water naked. Why do you always wait till the camera is off to say?
I have seen him naked. Remember? We've seen him
Yes.
in the dungeon.
But it doesn't matter. Okay.
I don't have to see him
I'm ready for that to get started. There has to be...
Yeah, they've drug it out so long. In the book, it was like, 50 pages? And they were in the shower.
Okay. So do you think tonight will be the shower?
I don't think there's gonna... I don't know.
I think it'll be tonight.
Do you know something I don't know?
No, I don't know anything that you know.
Well, we do know that at some point Eric takes a shower. Because he's in the towel when him and Bill fight.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be the same shower
Oh,
scene.
I don't think it's going to be the same shower scene at all, but I think it's going to start the same things that the shower scene in the book started.
Could be.
I'm ready. Let's get on it.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm just ready for it to happen.
Yes.
I'm ready for that. And now that Jason is away, let's let him be okay for a little while. I think the woman who plays Marnie is really, really good.
Very good. Yes.
But I think Pam's going to fuck her up. I feel... so that's really... It's Jason...
But think about it. She can't kill her.
Oh, no, she can't.
Who's going to reverse these
I know.
spells if they just kill her?
Jason, Pam, Eric, and Sookie. That's my
Yeah,
biggest
that's my big one
concerns
tonight. Yeah. Yeah.
Because Pam, like I said, she's so pretty.
Yes.
She's not gonna... She is.
I'm not worried about that. I don't want her to die. If she continues to rot,
But
she
it
cannot
bothers
continue
her
to
if
live.
she's not pretty. She likes it.
Okay, so how long do we have? Ooh, not
2
long,
hours.
about 2 hours. So, okay. Yay! We are ready.
I expect at the end of this episode, Alan Ball, to be happy with you. That's all I got to say.
Okay, we'll see you after the show.
Okay, we need to start with everything else first.
Okay, wait. No, first we need to say, David had a couple of things that he wanted us to say. One thing was he wanted us to tell the story. We always, at the end of the episode, we watch the movies for next week's episode. And then we always rewind and watch it the second time. Sometimes like frame by frame and try to figure things out.
But we do that.
Yes.
The rest of them don't.
Yeah, they just watch the previews one time and then they go on out of the room and start doing stuff. Tonight was the first time we got through it twice and then David said, so we had to watch it a third time, and then he was too tired to
Give his
stay up any
commentary.
longer and give his commentary. So he just had a couple things he wanted us to say. First, all the things he was saying about Pam earlier, about him not being sure about Pam, and he didn't really like her, it's because he had Pam and Debbie Pell mixed up. He wanted us to make sure and say that. He thought that Pam beat Suki up in her makeup lessons. And that explained that that was Debbie Pell, Pam's this one.
Because they have the same kind of color hair.
Yes.
And I had to explain to him, no, Debbie Pell is Val C. She had food her last year. She attacked Bill. All that stuff. And then he was like, oh, well now he feels bad.
Yes. And said his favorite part of the show tonight was when Suki kissed Eric. So
We have preferred to do.
yes.
Or actually, I guess Eric has and Bill have preferred it. We didn't really do it because now we know that this whole time he just thought
That we only, we were just being mean to Bill because we thought Eric was better.
because my husband has a thing that man he thinks that I think are hotter than he does. Like Axl Rose and John Travolta. He doesn't like it. And even though he really does, he doesn't like it because I'm a so he has a problem. Just take it.
So, okay.
We're going to start everything else. We're going to start at the beginning of it because I have literally, I don't know if you can tell, I have literally pulled my hair out.
I am much calmer now than I was. Much calmer than I was. And this would have been a good one to have the camera on just at the end of the episode, like our last few minutes, because we were freaking. We were freaking out. So, okay.
Let's just get everybody else.
Okay. Who are we going to start with?
Terry and Arlene.
Okay.
Okay, she's so goofy. Who says these people? I mean, that's what I'm saying. She's got to stop doing stuff like that. It was very smart for them to get an exorcist. I think Terry was very smart at that.
But those people are an exorcist. That reverend, and why would you not at least get a Catholic priest? I mean,
Well, they said the other reverend in town didn't do that.
but anyway, Letty Mae, I mean, that's like the last person in the world.
And wasn't he married to somebody else like last season or a season ago?
At the end of the season, but it's been a whole year and she was already sleeping with him.
Yeah, I know, but that's my point. So now she's all.
Anyway, yeah.
I mean, she's already thought, that somebody took a demon out of her, and remember how bad that turned out.
Well, she has been fixed ever since. She's not an alcoholic.
Well, yeah.
So, okay,
Okay, so-
wait. Arlene and Terry.
And then it was weird when the baby was in the room. Sorry.
Yeah, I know people do that because the baby is too little to go on anyway. It's sweet, but
Still.
yeah, it's weird. Okay,
And then the matches.
yeah. The sex scene with Arlene and Terry was a little. Weren't you kind of going home?
Well, because there was another sex scene that was even worse. So that one was bad enough.
Yeah.
And then the matches, which we know what's going to happen because we see the previews. We're going to talk about the previews.
So that's one question answered.
Okay, we had many questions
answered.
Yeah, from previews and the waiting songs and many
Well,
of
that's
them.
because, all the previews were the first half of the season. Now we're almost to the halfway point. Next episode is half. We'll be halfway through this season.
Which David is very upset about.
Yes, it's too quick. Okay, so,
All right, next. Hoyt, Jessica, and Jason. Okay, because we have two about it.
well, I mean, I knew that was going to happen. I knew Jason was
Oh, yeah.
going to start having the hot for Jessica, have dreams about her and stuff like that.
But it was very funny in the beginning when he was like, well, is this a dream? And she said, John. He was like, okay.
yes.
I'll do her. And it was funny when he